24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Check him. 380. 55 to Mike.
Man, that's trash. That's
undercrush.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
no gain on this defense. No gain.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
58. 58 to Mike. Coming for you.
Watch the safety creep.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Regular. Under 10. 10. Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, watch the guy.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Allen to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And he connects with Ertz. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 26.
Half. Motion. Bumps off the helmet. Here we go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Allen flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch the screen.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. It got his man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A run for Nick Chubb. And some space here. Nice stiff arm.
Under you.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Lions nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Lions take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and 15 now. Luck. That's complete to Sanders. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
5 yards on the play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Out of the gun, Luck. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike 55.
Hey, exit. You gonna see me in your...
Luck throwing again. Throwing deep for Galladay. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Auschko with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Dolphins that have grabbed the early lead over the Jets. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you've got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Stop your whining. There we go.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Hey, check. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check Mike. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Check.
Half 85. Half 85. Gun.
Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, home.
Hey, check Mike.
Go.
Check Mike 21. Wild Bill. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A give running right is Chubb, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Here we go.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Man, I got you.
And Minnesota. Tavon Austin, his second touchdown on the season, and the Vikings have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Lions take over.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Luck on first down. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Interception all day, baby.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now Chubb.
Got you, boy. Right.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Record.
Throwing is Allen on third. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. 20. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
All day. Pick.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Allen. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
SOS. Recon, 132 fighter. SOS. Half. Hey, Delta.
54's Mike.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
Oh, yeah.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45.
Middle. Hey, check, Mike. Hey, Alpha. 21. Check, Mike. 21. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play.
Right there. All day, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike,
To throw on third down, Allen. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dante Hightower on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Go! Right, 80! 11 feet!
Come on, QB. Come on.
Hey! My 7!
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Third and 2, Lock. It's caught by Sanders. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Red 80!
We got tight left. 4 down.
Come on. Hey, Echo!
Check, 55 to Mike.
On first down, it's Lock. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Matt Judon, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Right, 674.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. No. Off. Check 3.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just about on his own goal line. 31 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 43-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Come on now.
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ball.
To the air, Allen. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Buzz.
21, check Mike 21.
I got him.
Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
Mike,
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, huh?
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Converge.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
I got him. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. I got him.
From the gun, here's Love. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Check out. Right, 40.
Check pass. Check 52. Showing it.
Hold the look.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Miles Sanders, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25.
We play to win. Let's
The Vikings
go.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the flag.
Hey, tight.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Throwing now is Allen. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Shit. Regular.
Hey, orbit. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
We don't want this.
Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That's good for a Vikings
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
10 more yards.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
5 wide.
Bravo. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Focus, defense.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And that'll be incomplete.
Allen's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now third down and less than a yard.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Smooth. 58.
Allen now looks to throw.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
That's it, baby.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now Allen. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Boys, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Line 40. 25's the mic. In your face. Hey, 25's the mic. 11Z. The mic.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rip left. Hey, 25's the 11.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for the Lions. 52 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 9, check 9. 11.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
50's the mic. Get that quarterback. And off. Quo. Mike's 50.
2nd and 5 now. Luck. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
4 down. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Here we go. 55's Mike, guys, 55.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch twist.
They run again on first down, Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Allen gonna throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Danny. Hey, watch set. Alert! Check Mike 50. Hey, Haywood.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he connects with Ertz. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
You ain't doing that.
On the carry, it's Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And again, it's Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for the Vikings. First down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They run. Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 17-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Alert, alert, alert.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, 58. 58's the mic.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
Pass. Watch the shit.
General West. Check 43. Check 99. Check 99.
Chubb. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brings up 3rd and
1. 58, 19. 58's the mic.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
On the ground, it's Chubb. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch the pass. Watch the 11 feet. 55.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 11. Mike 55. Mike right. 5. Hey, eat.
Right here.
Hey, check. Slam.
Luck.
Bang.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. And it's the Dolphins that wound up winning that one. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, seam six.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
Now it's Luck.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
Blue 90. All you get is a headache. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. 12. You remember me?
Go.
Mike 55. Silver. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
All day, dog.
55's Mike, guys. 55.
Luck now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Watch it slant.
He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. But now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You got nothing. Deuce.
Hey, Delta.
25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Not today. 11 V. We're going 25's the mic. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Reggie. Shift. Hey, alert 3.
Check. Lucky. Check.
They snap it to Luck. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, Those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Vikings, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.